know what I was telling you, and each of the characters were treated in this way. So he just dealt with us individually. So it would be like, we did have jokes. If you were talking to Mark, I would cover my ears. So it was, you know, that if you hear the secrets of another character, then like, I don't know, when you first meet someone, like I met you a couple of times, but I don't know what your motivation is or what you're thinking. So it keeps it. I don't know, it keeps it alive and real. So I think it was a very clever thing that Rian did. Does that make sense?
Yes. So did he talk to you? Was he, you know, constantly throwing Penelope in your ear, or was it stuff you worked out before you rehearsed?
We hadn't really worked out stuff before. Penelope was just.
I mean, you brought some. I mean, I felt like I was kind of watching you run with the character, and I would, if it got off track, we would talk a little bit here and there, but mostly it was, for me, it was kind of, I mean, I felt like I kind of had a front row seat to like a really great show, and you know, it was kind of watching you take what was on the page and interpret it, and you know.
I think I got very inspired by the writing and by the atmosphere that Rian created on the set, which is one of completely total relaxedness, very, 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 very laid back and very like she's not like a dominating director telling everybody what to do. She kind of sits back and lets everybody play, but somehow creates a kind of mood. I mean, that's what film is about, isn't it? It's about mood and tone, and that's what you do. And then I know that if my character went too far, because I had a lot of passion and energy, and sometimes it was way over the top, but as I said before, you just kind of gently nudge me back, and I think you said maybe normal girl.
Yeah, we had normal girl that we reverted to.
Which is
that was like the shorthand.
Be a bit more normal. And I was like, oh, right.
Mad.
I said, right, so I just can be like me. Do you remember I had that epiphany? It's like, oh, I can just play her like me. And you're like, okay.
And I humored you and said, yes, your normal girl is you, right? Yes, we're all, yes, because you're.
You guys need like a guidebook to the movie.
Yeah,
all these little, I guess these are your directorial.
Well, you learn like a shorthand to kind of.
I'm sure you have shorthands with Mark and Adrian as well.
We do. The thing is, I always doubt whether the shorthands mean the same thing to both of us. I think in a way it's kind of a code word we can say so we can just stop talking about it and kind of pretend like we know what each other meant.
Right. But isn't that just like life?
Yes. I think you're right.
But maybe, yeah.
Do you feel like now that you kind of want to do things that now that you have more choices, that you just want to do the things you want to do and pick things more carefully and pick things more specifically to the experience?
Definitely, definitely. I mean, you know, when I started out, I just would do any job I got because it was great to be an actor and have a job and you had to pay the bills and all that. But now, more recently, I have the luxury of being able to choose from different scripts, and I would say, you know, working with Rian and doing this was one of them. And well, everything I've been doing since I've been allowed to choose has been something that, that's different and challenging and interesting. It would be boring to me to just play the same genre, the same type of character and over. So yeah, I'm definitely trying lots of different things.
Do you have the sense that you're giving a gift of sorts to the director, to the production, by choosing to be part of it, now that you're bankable and you bring your Academy Award with it and everything else? Have you gotten that sense yet, or?
I don't know if I had that sense, what it would do for me or anyone else. It would be a weird way of thinking.
You did show up on set the first day in a birthday cake, and then popped out of it. There was in your spangled outfit. I don't know if that's what you were getting at with that. But
I blew out my own candles.
You did.
Yeah.
And then said, "Let me present Rachel."
Let me present myself. Yes, unwrap me. No, I can't think of myself like that. No, it would be. Ryan was talking about beginning the film and feeling, tentative about working with the actors. I mean, I think every job an actor begins is terrifying. If it's a role that's challenging and it's outside their comfort zone. This was definitely initially outside my comfort zone, but it's that fear that provides the adrenaline, which provides the kind of steam for the combustion engine to I'm running out of words on my analogy.
Keep going.
The power to
Wankel rotary engine
to perform. If you showed up and you were like, yeah, I can do this, you wouldn't. you need. I've met so many actors who've said that. I mean, I met when I worked briefly with Dustin Hoffman. He said that. He said, I still need to be. I get scared every job I do. I think a lot of actors feel that way. So rather than, it doesn't really cross my mind to think of myself as a gift. I think this is really scary. How am I going to pull this one off? Yeah. Which is a great feeling.
Well, it's an interesting thing that you now have a kind of status as a acting movie star as opposed to a movie star who acts a little bit. You know, you came to it without becoming, you know, a specific thing. There was like, you know, let's get a Rachel Weisz character.
Right.
You know, never has become the thing. It's always been, let's get this actress, she's attractive, she's this, she's that. But you don't have that iconization that somebody like Dustin has kind of, as he's gotten older, it's kind of like they're looking for him.
Right, yeah. I think, I mean, I haven't done this intentionally. I was just probably in a muddle, and I still am, just muddling through. But I think it would definitely be to one's advantage not to be pinned down in any way as a public person or as a actor or as anything.
Yeah. Well, Adrian and Mark both seem to have that as well.
Totally. Yeah, I would think.
They're both like pushing always, like anytime anybody wants to foist anything on them, they throw it away and go somewhere. I mean, go see The Brothers Bloom and then go see Blindness. You'll be very confused. About Mark Ruffalo.
I'm always very confused about Mark Ruffalo. That's the way. No.
Is he not easy to figure out?
Huh?
Is he not easy to figure out?
He's a piece of cake. Yeah, he's.
So when you finally saw the movie,
sweetest guy in the world,
were you surprised at all? Were there surprises in it for you?
You know, I still haven't seen it on the big screen. I saw it.
You haven't seen it properly.
So tomorrow night, I'm really seeing it for the first time.
Yeah.
I saw it wasn't finished. There wasn't music.
And you were watching it on like a crappy little
TV like this.
Thing,
I thought it was great, but I feel like tomorrow night I'm going to see it.
And seeing it with the crowd, I'm really excited.
I'm really excited. Because it's a comedy, so it would be great to see it with an audience.
Well, it's amazing how that experience seems to really change. You know, you kind of think everybody's jaded and they've done everything, and then you put them in that theater and the audience actually responds.
Right.
And the level of thrill at a festival, particularly, is like, you know, I was there last night when The Wrestler premiered here, and it was just like the audience was reverberating. And it had to feel great, even after a week after Venice was reverberating. It's like
sure.
It seemed to be a whole other experience again.
Yeah, to have a live mass. Feeling. It's great. Live audiences are great. That's what it's all about. Yeah.
Toronto audiences are particularly
That's what I've heard.
Exciting.
So I hear your lips to God's ears. I hope so.
So what is your so you're going tomorrow night as your premiere here?
Tomorrow night is the North American premiere. It'll be the first time really we're showing the finished movie to a crowd. And
have you seen it in front of audiences and testing and everything?
No, we did a couple test screenings of it, but it was like an unfinished cut. And test screenings, our audiences are always. I mean, they're just recruited people, so they're real people, but at the same time, they're coming into it in the context of...
They're going to be Q&A.
Yeah, what's wrong with this movie is like the context they're coming into it with. And they really enjoyed it, and it got really good reaction, but at the same time, I'm looking forward to... Here's the movie, actually presenting the finished film to a crowd. You know, it's going to be fun.
But you can hear them just breathing in that room, can't you?
Oh, are you kidding
what
me?
They're feeling and
I'm going to be... It's like Spidey sense. You go into like the, that person in the third row is bored. Oh, God, he didn't laugh at it. You do kind of... But you just have to kind of chill out and, I don't know.
So now there's all this awards talk about the movie.
Is there?
Yeah, there is. You have a surprised look on your face.
Awards as in...
As in, those statues again. You've heard this before.
Nobel Prize.
Nobel Peace Prize.
I think you're up for the Nobel Peace Prize, I think. I honestly think you have a shot at it. You're shortlisted.
That I heard about.
Summit's going to do some campaigning for you. And I think it's between you and that guy who did the thing with Africa, but I think you're a lock.
Okay.
I think you're a lock.
The Peace Prize is going to be like the cover of magazines. No more models and scientists. It's just going to be actors. So it's you and Angelina. And,
Well, I think our confused looks in response to that, I mean, it's kind of, I know at least for me, that's completely off the radar. I mean, all that you can focus on really is just making a movie you enjoy and and
we want great things for the movie, but right now we're concentrating on lots of humans seeing it tomorrow.
Exactly.
Right? It's very exciting.
Does it matter to you? Did it matter to you in the context of the whole thing, outside of the fact that more people would see it?
What's
there was more continuing buzz about it?
Into how so? Like,
do you think
regarding...
I've given birth to this thing and I love it, and now I want audiences to enjoy it, but all that other stuff is just marketing and...
I mean, it's always nice when people are, saying nice things about it, and that's always flattering. But at the end of the day,
it's out of our control.
It's nothing you control, so it's nothing you can really worry about. And at the end of the day, the number one thing, that's all kind of a byproduct of people seeing it and enjoying it, hopefully. So I think the only thing that's healthy to do as a creator is to just focus on the immediate thing in front of you, which is, an audience, either an audience sitting down and enjoying the movie, and all the other stuff kind of comes out of is a byproduct of that.
I mean, I've met people just at the film festival over the last few days, some people who've seen the film, and they kind of feel like, I felt like they've been spoken to. They felt like, oh, I just love this world. I just want to go back and visit this world again. And when you meet people who've really, you really feel like, the film has found a home already. I mean, it's not that many people I've met, but you feel like, it's finding a home with people. And when you know someone's not faking that, they're not being polite, you can see in their eyes that they genuinely had a great feeling from something. That's an incredible immediate thing that you get from being here, I think, which is really gratifying.
Well, the movie speaks in a different voice than anything else. So pretty much we're going to see in the festival. So
pretty strong.
Has its own voice.
Yeah, it's got a strong personality, and just like when a person with a strong personality, I think it's either there's people who completely love it and embrace it, and it's gonna. There's going to be people who are really into it, I hope.
So before you see the movie, what was your favorite thing to shoot in the movie? Is there one thing that you remember that was like the best experience?
I really loved getting drunk on the train. With my little miniature bottles of vodka lined
Shirley
up.
MacLaine scene.
The
bearskin rug scene.
And getting drunk and getting to say the delicious lines that Ryan had written, saying to him, that telling Adrian that basically what his problem is that he's constipated in his soul, and saying that like a Nobel Peace Prize winner.
Right.
It's very serious piece of information. And then the thunderstorm begins, and that is what really sexually arouses Penelope is thunderstorm. So she's just like letting go on that banquette, and we were on Tito's train, actually. It was, Tito, the ex-president of former Yugoslavia, because we were filming in Serbia.
This Tito's train.
So I don't think he's ever had anyone like Penelope riding on his banquette before.
Tito was, I think actually he's looking down with a big smile on his face, I think. I was going to say rolling over in his grave, but knowing Tito, I think he was actually probably really enjoying that.
And for you, Ryan, was there a particular moment? Or were you just riding on the Tito's train?
That was pretty fun. I really enjoyed actually I really enjoyed the kiss scene, the first kiss scene. That was really watching you guys kind of like develop that and do kind of the equivalent of a dialogue scene during the course of this kiss.
Through kissing.
Yeah, through me was really
because that
really
wasn't
fun,
scripted.
No, it's something that we just kind of developed and worked
we
through
realized suddenly that Penelope's actually never ever been kissed. And so the thought that suddenly there was the feeling of a tongue. Whoa! What on earth is that? And then, but it feels good. This was the dialogue, but it was without dialogue. It was just with kissing.
I'm going to go with this. Wow, I'm really going to go with this.
I'm really good with this. So it was telling a story through a kiss. Because kissing in films can be like, there's the kiss.
Yes,
it's passionate, and it's passionate, or it's passionate. I don't know what you can do with kiss. But this was a once upon a time, beginning, middle, and end with a kiss.
Yeah.
It was fun.
That was really fun. Yeah, and I'm sorry you probably wore your lips off. I think we did like 15 takes of it.
Such a hard job.
Yeah, right?
It's terrible.
It's tricky.
It's so
awful.
Dreadful. Really.
I'm sorry.
Before the film, maybe there's actually these little clips from the film festival, and one of them is it's all different versions of people trying to get a scene right.
Oh, I saw that one.
A kiss.
We can relate. We can relate to that, exactly.
But yours is much better.
No, but ours doesn't sell Cadillacs, so we're down here. They're here.
Product placement. It's
moving cars. It's about moving the automobiles. Yeah.
That's right. God bless America, Canada, or wherever we are. So proud of us all.
Canada's America. Yeah.
Well, thank you for the film, and thanks for coming out to talk.
Thanks a lot, Dave. Appreciate it.
It's a pleasure.
Yeah, thanks. Pleasure meeting you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Yeah.
Never knew you were so interesting.
I'm not. This is all a facade. I'm gonna, as soon as I take this mic off, I go back to hello.
I've seen that happen.
You really?
Just gruesome.